Hello and welcome to this live webcast. My name is Brian Weatherly and I'm delighted to be hosting this first ever live webcast from Volvo Trucks in the UK and Ireland. Now, just before I introduce the team here in the studio, can I mention a technical point? This is, as I said, a live webcast being streamed to your computer. So if the image stalls at any time, you can refresh the page or use the little drop-down box in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen to select a different viewing quality. And of course, you can even listen in on audio. Now, here with me in the studio are three distinguished Volvo Trucks representatives: Goran Nyberg, Managing Director of Volvo Trucks UK and Ireland; Ian Mitchell, Commercial Truck Director; and John Comer, Product Manager. And it's great to have you all here online with us today. Now, you join us along with the entire Volvo Trucks UK and Ireland dealer network and the Volvo team at the head office in Warwick. So a very warm welcome to you all, as well as the many customers and drivers who we hope are parked safely somewhere, and a host of friends and colleagues from around the world. Now, the webcast you're watching this afternoon is, as I say, live, which is always a bit nerve-wracking, but it's a great experience. And over the next 45 minutes, in real time, we'll be talking about the launch of the new Volvo FH series. Last night across Europe, Volvo Trucks formally rolled out the all-new FH and FH16 in what was clearly a momentous occasion. The original FH was first introduced back in the early 90s. Difficult to believe, but there it is. And during the past 2 decades, it's been a fundamental part of the Volvo Trucks success story. In fact, well over 650,000 FH trucks have been sold around the world, proving it to be one of the industry's most highly regarded and enduring models. Well, naturally, during that time, FH has undergone a number of changes and technical improvements. However, some things have remained unchanged, namely Volvo's commitment to passive and active safety and the importance of delivering a truck that drivers choose when it comes to comfort, efficiency, communication and dependability. To meet those goals, over the last 5 years, Volvo has put together a huge team from right across Europe, involving not only its own truck engineers and designers, but also customers and professional truck drivers. And together, they've worked to raise the bar and create the truck of the future. And today, the result of all that research, development and design and hard work is revealed in new FH series. Now, just as today's live webcast, which, as I say, is the very first of Volvo, uses modern technology to bring us all together this afternoon, the very latest technology is also put to best use in new FH. The new FH will significantly improve the life and world of the driver and the operator. And when combined with Euro 6, it will help reduce fuel consumption by up to 10%. And with the latest FH, Volvo is also offering a new gold contract that guarantees uptime. And that's a real first for the industry. Now, in a minute, I'm going to let Goran, Ian and John tell you all about new FH in more detail. And I'm sure that many of you watching online will already know these three gentlemen. However, rather than simply make this a one-way presentation, the whole idea of our live webcast is for you out there to have the opportunity to engage directly with us here in the studio. On the page and the screen in front of you, just to the bottom left of the screen, is a place for you to comment. You will see a box for your name, your location, for example in Oxford or Leeds, your email address, and then space for your comment or question. And you can also tweet us as well using @VolvoTrucksUK, hashtag the new Volvo FH. And we'll be taking questions live as they come in, capturing your comments and thoughts throughout the webcast. And on the right-hand side of the page, you'll see the key questions as they come in. Now, you can send us your comments and questions at any time, and later on in the webcast, we'll be dedicating time to answering those questions and commenting on your thoughts directly online. So we want to hear from you. Use the box on screen to tweet us. And just to repeat, this is a live broadcast, so if you do experience any problems with the visual link, please just refresh your page, which should sort the problem, or select a different quality from the drop-down box. Well, that's enough introduction from me. I'm now going to hand over to Goran Nyberg, first of all, to put the new FH launch into firm perspective. Goran, thank you, and over to you.
Thank you, Brian. Can I add my welcome to the first Volvo Truck live TV webcast for the UK and Ireland? I'm delighted to be online with so many of our colleagues from across the dealer network and Volvo Trucks headquarters. In particular, thank you to our customers, truck enthusiasts and industry experts who have also joined us here today. This is a very special day for Volvo Trucks. Last night we officially launched the new Volvo FH and FH16. It is one of the most exciting things I have been involved in. This is a completely new truck for the market. From day one it was developed, of its development, our vision was to focus on building a truck for the future. The new FH is the ultimate driver's truck, and there are a host of features to meet drivers' and owners' needs. Over the next 40 minutes during this webcast, we will look into more details of some of these features and the customer benefits. Driving new technology has been at the heart of Volvo from the earliest beginning over 80 years ago. We have been renowned as leaders in development of new technology to enhance performance, improve productivity, reduce downtime, and gain maximum fuel efficiency. But of course, at the heart of Volvo Trucks development, we have always held safety and environmental as key factors. The new FH is an example of how we are applying advanced engineering design to meet needs of our customers and drivers. You saw a short clip of the new truck as we opened this program, but let's just take another few moments to review the launch itself. Well, that was a very special evening. It gave us goosebumps. Fantastic. As you know, Volvo is a progressive company. Our heritage is based on a strong practical design, simple but effective solutions, and leading the way in terms of driver comfort. This is a truck developed with our customers as a key focus. I know that Ian will talk a bit more about that in a moment, and John will focus on some specific features, but I just wanted to mention two things. Recently, we have been running an Every Drop Counts campaign. You have probably seen some of the ads. Caring about fuel performance and fuel efficiency has been our key concern, both now and for the future. With the new FH, fuel consumption can be reduced up to 10%. The new FH can also come with a gold service contract that will guarantee 100% uptime. So in terms of productivity and fuel efficiency, there is a very special story to tell. We know that the truck driver is also key to the success of transport operations. With this in mind, the new Volvo FH is bursting with features designed to make the driver's life better and more productive. Our focus has been on comfort, space, information, and of course safety, handling, and entertainment. Every aspect of the driver's work and daily life has been considered in creating the ultimate driver's truck. We have virtually designed every part of the truck to contribute to the stable feel and precise steering. For those drivers and owners, operators who are listening in, you really need to experience the results for yourself. And I'm confident that having driven it, you will want to keep it. Right, guys? Yeah. I know that Ian and John have some really interesting points to add, and I'm also looking forward to taking some of your live questions as they will come through. But let's take a look at our TV commercial promoting the new FH. You may have seen it after news at 10 last night, But here it is again.
Introducing the new Volvo FH.
Gotta move out, gonna break free, gonna push the limit, wanna find out what you mean to me. Wild world, take me for a ride. Come on, wild world, take me for a ride. Yeah, 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 yeah. Wild world, take me for a ride. Wild world.
The new Volvo FH. Take it for a ride.
Thanks, Goran, for getting us off for a cracking start. Now, as you've seen from the film of last night's launch of the new FH at the NEC, and also from the TV commercial just now, and especially after all those scoop spy shots of mysterious prototype trucks wrapped up in bedsheets that have appeared in the truck press, the Volvo team is clearly delighted to be able to finally talk about their new baby. It's clearly taken an extensive development programme and a huge resource too, to ensure that new FH is a significant step forward in terms of everything it offers both drivers and owners. Now, of course, the real test of any new truck comes once it's out on the road and being used by customers. So a huge amount of testing has been completed with new FH throughout Europe as well as here in the UK, where customers and drivers have been heavily involved in that development and testing process. So new FH comes to the market having been rigorously tested. Volvo is especially confident that the very real benefits the new FH will mean, both for drivers in their everyday lives and also for operators who are looking to improve their vehicle productivity and bottom line profitability. And now Ian Mitchell, Commercial Director of Volvo Trucks here in the UK and Ireland, is going to tell you more about those real operator bottom line benefits. Ian, over to you.
Thank you, Brian. I fully support what Goran has just said. This is a very, very important day for Volvo, and it's a culmination of a 5-year development programme to introduce this new FH. From my perspective, it's absolutely right that we should refer to the new FH as the truck of the future. In product terms, it's a significant step forward for drivers, fleet managers, owner-operators, and even CFOs. The new FH will deliver marked and measurable added value for any transport operation. And let's remember that the FH follows an incredible history of business success for the FH series since it was first introduced back in 1993. We heard earlier from Brian that Volvo have sold more than 650,000 FHs globally. Today, it represents 60% of Volvo Trucks sales by volume, and here in the UK and Ireland, over 45,000 FHs have been sold over the past 20 years. If I can quote Klaus Nielsen, president of Volvo Trucks across Europe, Middle East and Africa, he sees the new FH series as the foundation for the continued successful market development of the Volvo Trucks business. And I would concur with that thought. The whole process of developing, engineering and building the FH has had a very clear focus on delivering business benefit for our customers by improving several aspects of the FH truck of today. Absolutely at the heart of our intention with the new truck is a commitment to help improve the profitability of our current customers and, of course, attract new ones. Bottom line profitability in the haulage business is obviously affected by many things, but without doubt, the contribution of first-class professional drivers is significant to long-term operating productivity. So we started with a clear focus on the driver's environment by creating the best cab and driving experience for our customers' drivers to allow them to deliver greater efficiency. Never before have operators and drivers been so closely involved in a new truck product at Volvo Trucks. Some 3,000 drivers provided input and feedback during the 5-year development phase. They actually helped shape much of the innovative thinking that characterises every aspect of the new product. The UK and Ireland has, for the last 18 months, contributed both to this input from drivers, and we have hosted extensive field testing with the famous bedsheet wrapped, white cellophane wrapped trucks that we saw over the last 18 months. The new FH is launched today with all our current 13 litre and 16 litre driveline options that we have in the Euro format today. So just let's re-emphasise that. The new Volvo FH is launched with our current 13 litre and 16 litre driveline options that we have in Euro 5 today. So our customers can enjoy today's proven drivelines in our truck of tomorrow. We also launch with a Euro 6 option in the 13 litre version at 460 brake horsepower. These are all available with our fuel-saving IC technology as an option. This technology can deliver fuel savings of over 5% above our performance at Euro 5 today. The full range of Euro 6 engines will be released in the second half of next year, along with the industry-changing iTorque gearbox. Now, at the launch last night, for those that were there, we had David Coulthard, ex-Formula 1 driver, join us. And David gave a fantastic example that Formula 1 introduced some of the technology that would be incorporated in iTorque in 2005. And his phrase was, at that point in time, it was a game changer. When we get to that point in 2013, Volvo will be in possession of a game changer. Passive safety and active safety have been increased with a new safety cage and new warning systems, such as lane changing support and new adaptive braking systems. The cab is actually up to 1 cubic metre bigger. Now just imagine that. That's like having a 1,000 litre IBC of extra space inside the cab, or John Comer and myself, extra in the cab, yeah? In space, not physically sitting in the cab. Yeah? Both the driver's environment and the relaxation area have been optimised to function in the best possible way. There's no doubt that the working environment makes a direct impact on the operator's productivity. When a driver can do their job comfortably, efficiently and safely, the work gets done faster and with a better result. And trucks that are popular with drivers make it easier to recruit the very best drivers, and they in turn contribute again to the operator's profitability. In addition, we believe there are two further aspects in the trucking business that can have an enormous impact on the bottom line for our customers: fuel efficiency and uptime. With the new FH, the smart technology I mentioned earlier, IC, which is available now, and iTorque, which will be available late 2013, will deliver a real reduction in fuel consumption. When we move into the world of iTorque drivelines at Euro 6, we will confidently state fuel savings of up to 10% above today's Euro 5 performance. These savings will make a real difference. And at the same time, with the new gold contract on the new FH model, we will be able to guarantee uptime. So again, fuel savings, 10% with iTorque and the combination with IC, and in terms of gold contract, we will guarantee uptime. Of course, this is an exciting development for both our dealer service teams and for our customers. The combination of these things means that the new FH will significantly improve business performance for our customers. As commercial director, I spend a lot of my time thinking, focusing and working with both our current customers and prospective customers, working with them to deliver benefits for their business in their partnership with Volvo. And our network is a crucial part of that. We can be rightly proud of the strength of our dealer network here in the UK and Ireland, as well as the range of support services we offer. From a product perspective, FH especially, it's led in terms of setting a standard for driver comfort and productivity. But now with the new Volvo FH, we can raise the bar even higher. It's the start of the next exciting chapter in the Volvo Trucks history, and certainly represents a huge opportunity to further build our relationships with current customers and welcome new ones into the Volvo family. The truck of the future has arrived.
Thank you, Ian. Great stuff. Of course, understanding the benefits for the driver and the impact they can have on operator profitability is clearly critical. So if you have any questions or comments on what Ian has just been saying there, you can come straight through to us live with those questions, and we'll have a Q&A session a little later in the programme. To post those questions, there's an easy box for you to use just below this screen on the left-hand side, and you can also connect with us at any time to our Twitter page. You'll find all that social media links at the bottom of your screen. Now, one of the more remarkable things about the launch has been the incredible response to a little film Volvo recently put up on YouTube. In fact, at the latest count, it's been viewed by almost 6 million people. It's been mentioned on US television and is a remarkable demonstration of what's meant by the expression, a smooth ride. Well, if you haven't seen that film, here it is. And for those of you that have seen it, well, we think it's worth a second look.
So the stunt we're trying to do is two Volvo trucks speeding down the highway towards the tunnel, and I have to walk across a line before they come to the tunnel. Because basically, if I don't finish walking across the line, the mid part between the tunnel will hit the line, it'll pop, and I will fall.
In the event that we do have an accident, it'll be myself or Robin that will obviously call for assistance.
So what do you think of the stunt?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I've highlined much higher than this before. I've highlined on longer lines, and I've highlined in harsher winds, but I've never slacklined moving forward before.
Too far apart, the rope breaks, too near together, she falls off.
I try not to let very much go through my mind. It's better to just focus on walking and getting to the anchor.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Heart-stopping stuff. Rather her than me, I should say. The new FH is obviously being featured in all sorts of media, like the YouTube film you've just seen, the TV commercial Goran recently showed you, and of course a whole series of press ads you'll be able to see in the truck trade press over the coming weeks. And let's not forget this live webcast. Obviously in 45 minutes we can't cover all the product details and material that you may want to know. And that's why this website contains more detailed material that you can download at your leisure. And again, just below the screen, you can see the download link, so please feel free to download whatever material on New FH you wish to read. I see we're already getting some great comments and questions coming through, and we're going to be addressing those in just a few moments. But firstly, can I introduce our third guest, John Comer, Product Manager at Volvo Trucks. John is very much our product guru here in the studio, not least because he's lived through the entire FH story ever since he joined Volvo in the late 1980s. And John's going to look in a little more detail at some of the really key product features of new FH. So, JC, take it away.
Cheers, Brian. I've been asked to do the impossible for me, somewhat, to try and summarise the key product features and benefits of the new FH for both drivers and operators in just a few minutes. And don't forget, you can download all this information on UFH from this website. So for the next few minutes, I'm going to highlight what we call the top 10 stories that will change the world, well, at least for truck drivers. The new FH contains numerous examples of world-first innovations. The new FH is very much a driver's truck, and attracting and keeping good drivers is one way to improve your profitability. So let's start off with ride and handling. You've just seen the YouTube video demonstrating the precision and control of the new FH. It was filmed on a closed highway in Croatia, and the highly skilled slackliner, appropriately named Faith Dickey, has demonstrated the handling and put her faith in this new product and its steering and handling, and those skill of those drivers. In terms of handling, the standard front suspension, engine and cab suspension have all been modified, along with the new rear air suspension. The rear anti-roll bar position now transmits the forces directly into the centre of the frame, giving other practical benefits as well. We also have the leading edge option of independent front suspension, coupled with a rack and pinions system, a world first on a heavy truck, although for the moment it'll be restricted to left-hand drive. New FH, new cab. It's the most noticeable feature of our new baby. Getting the right working environment is critical, so the FH new seating position has been designed to suit drivers of all shapes and sizes. The new driver's seat has an additional 4 centimetres of travel, whilst the steering neck tilt function has gained an extra 20 degrees of movement, ensuring a more car-like driving position. The rev counter and speedo are now combined in one central unit, with the iShift display clearly shown in the middle. The ignition is now located on the dash, providing more room for stalk controls on the column. One of the detailed changes requested by drivers and operators alike is that the engine brake stalk should be preset in the brake blending and eye roll position to maximise its benefit, and that's been done. The steering wheel now incorporates command buttons for vehicle information, radio and cruise control. And the Volvo FH is the first truck with an electric park brake. To allow the driver to customise their dashboard, 28 of the switches can be moved or rearranged to suit individual preferences using a special workshop tool rather than a screwdriver. One of the key things you'll notice in the picture on your screen are the slim pillar frameless mirrors, which ensure maximum vision at road junctions. To further aid the driver, both main and wide-angle mirrors are electrically adjustable. The side windows have also been designed to give improved close-quarter lateral vision. When it comes to interior space, all globe-trotted cabs gain an additional 1 cubic metre of space, thanks to the new, more upright A-pillars, which give the driver more room in the cab. However, the original FH wind-cheating DNA is still carried over to the new cabs in the sleek, sloping roof, which maximises aerodynamic efficiency. The new glass sky roof gives every FH cab a fantastic feeling of airiness, but it also provides an extra safety benefit as an escape hatch in the event of a truck rollover. New, smarter storage solutions offer an extra 300 litres or a barrel's worth of additional storage, while the higher mounted cab and low engine tunnel means drivers over 6 foot can easily stand up straight in all versions of the Globetrotter cab. When it comes to living in the truck, there are multiple choices of trim, single or double bunks, and driver and passenger seats to suit both single and double manning. While a well-imported interior is great to have, as many would say, a home from home, but as they say on TV, sometimes it's all about location, location, location. Unfortunately, when you park up, there's no guarantee of the facilities the drivers will find. So the option of a reclining bottom bunk and rotating passenger seat, together with a new infotainment system with a TV prep and a larger 33-litre fridge, the option of a factory-fitted microwave, and some very simple but necessary accessories like a drying bag for towels and an external water tank with a tap will all help ease the load for drivers out on the road. Arguably, the biggest improvement in living on the new FH is the new iPark Cool option, which uses the truck's air conditioning systems and air vents to keep you cool when the engine isn't running, thereby ensuring a good night's sleep. While we all appreciate comfort in a truck, safety and security is also very important. Indeed, it's an absolute core value here at Volvo Trucks. So it's no surprise that the new FH sets new standards in both passive and active safety. If you can crash test it, we do. And that includes the safety of all our in-cab equipment during a collision. And that level of detail, crash testing, has even percolated down to the coffee maker. After all, we wouldn't want the driver to be decaffeinated. Of course, safety isn't just about the truck driver. There is a new front underrun system on the FH which now can absorb even higher forces when the truck's involved in a collision with a car. And we've also developed a whole new range of active safety systems to prevent the accident happening in the first place. Our latest truck also has a 7-star Thatcham security rating, which can be uprated to a 9 with an alarm, ensuring the driver and his load have the highest security protection both day and night. Remote central locking and immobiliser is standard on all new FH models. Turning now to vehicle management, new FH is very much a connected truck in every sense of the word. At the heart of that connection is a telematics gateway that can be used for fleet management reporting, driver analysis, vehicle positioning, gearbox software, navigation and even onboard condition monitoring, but most importantly of all, in real time. To drive further efficiencies, the operator can also access Dynafleet reports, which include driver's hours, vehicle location, and the fuel environment reports, either as a subscription or included in the price of the truck. And to help with the administration and management of this data, Volvo can provide a new service called Fuel Advice, which looks at management reports, analyses driver techniques, and highlights areas where improvements can be made. From that management data, new targets can be set and areas for training recommended. Dynafleet reports can be monitored remotely using a smartphone app, and even the driver can now monitor his truck's dash and data and even set the night heater from his smartphone prior to his shift. When it comes to load handling, there's a new work remote control device that will save drivers having to continue climbing in and out of the cab, thereby reducing the risk of accidents and also driver fatigue. The remote device can control the engine, the PTO, the tail lift, load indicator, air suspension and so on. Now it's time to look at the new driveline. Well, the first thing to say is that until the end of 2013, new FH will be available with the same fuel-efficient Euro 5 and EV engines that we use today, with ratings from 420 to 750 horsepower. The industry-leading iShift gearbox has also been further enhanced with new software called IC. Using a GPS link and built-in inclinometer, IC measures the route's topography and adjusts the truck's driving strategy in cruise control when it encounters that route again. The new IC software offers a fuel saving of up to 5%. As we head through 2013, we'll be adding cleaner and greener Euro 6 engines to the lineup, including a special optimised narrow rev band engine and drivetrain that's called iTorque. This offers a further 4% improvement over the standard driveline, making it the quietest truck you've ever driven. Thanks to all these improvements, Volvo is able to offer the new FH with a truly groundbreaking new gold contract. By using the best communication technology, we can provide up to 100% uptime, so we can offer you smarter service options. These then are just some of the benefits of the new FH, and you can download all the information on our new baby from the website at your leisure, including those top 10 stories in a lot more detail. Volvo's product team is here to help, and I'm looking forward to some of the questions you might have, especially the ones for Goran and Ian. However, I hope this has given you some taste of the new Volvo FH and why we think it really is the truck of the future. Over to you, Goran.
Thank you, John. The new FH is a major step forward in terms of technology, comfort, communication and performance. The combination of driver-related benefits and performance improvements, especially in terms of fuel efficiency and uptime guarantee, has meant that today we have a truck that really drives progress into the future. You need to see it, try it, and work with it to really experience the difference. Certainly those operators that have had the opportunity to experience a new FH during the final stage of the development report back with extremely positive experience. This new truck will be scheduled for delivery in early 2013. There are a number of events over the next couple of months where the truck will be at show. A fleet of Volvo FH and FX16 trucks will be traveling across the UK and Ireland, so watch out. A new Volvo FH could be calling at your truck stop or at your local dealer. The new FH will be making an appearance on the 13th of September at the Institute of Road Transport Engineers Conference at the Heritage Motor Centre in Gaydon. It will then be featured at the same Gaydon location on Sunday the 16th of September during the Retro Truck Show. I know that a number of customers who have joined in us online today attend the IAA Hanover Truck Show. And of course, the new FH will be the star of the show at this year's Hanover. On October the 3rd and 4th, the Volvo FH and FX16 will be on display at Millbrook. This is for the commercial motor live event, and I'm sure this will be a great couple of days. And then just the final event for this year is on the 5th and 6th of November in Dublin for the Fleet Transport Expo show. That's just a sample of the program ahead as the Volvo FH is rolled into the market. And as a program of activity gathers pace in 2013, we will come back to you and tell you more about that. We've done plenty of talking over the last 20 minutes or so, and what I'm keen to do is to hear from you. I know that questions and comments are already coming in. So Brian, can I hand back to you now?
Thank you, Goran. And now we come to the part of the webcast which is all about you, the audience. It's your opportunity to quiz Goran, Ian and John all about the new FH. So now's the time to send us your questions and comments, and we'll be reading them out and hopefully answering them over the next 15 minutes. So do use the Q&A facility at the bottom of your screen to email us, or you can send us a question, as I've said, via Twitter to @VolvoTrucksUK and hashtag the new Volvo FH. And one final point, we'll obviously endeavour to answer all your questions during our allotted time, but just in case we can't do that, don't worry. A member of the Volvo launch team will reply to you after the show. I see we've already got quite a few questions piling up on my wonderful iPad, so I'm going to jump right in. And the first is from Phil in Warrington, and I think maybe it's something for you, Ian. It says, when will sales and production start of the new FH?
Sales, Brian, will start immediately, yeah? So as from Monday, we will officially, from a sales perspective, be selling the new FH. Deliveries will come into the UK, the first trucks we should see in late spring, so end of March, early April for the first new FHs arriving in the UK.
So if I take my checkbook out of my pocket now, Ian, I could buy an FH now or place an order for an FH now?
Yeah, we've already got a queue. We've already got customers who've committed to volumes, and at the event last night, there was quite a number of deals done on the back of business cards. Yeah.
Oh, very good. Excellent. We're going to have one from Brenda in Felixstowe. Just to say, how long has FH taken to develop? Goran, do you want to have a crack at that?
Yeah, we have been investing in this new FH for a number of years with a lot of passion, a lot of energy and commitment to deliver a state-of-the-art truck. So it has been ongoing for the last 5 years, I would say, has been very intensive.
Now, obviously, you may or may not tell us how much you've spent on it, but you're in close contact with Gothenburg. Do you feel it's been money well spent? Have you got what you've spent the money on?
Of course, Brian, we have spent a lot. But as you know, the old FH has been with us for almost 20 years. This is an extremely important investment for the future. And this is a platform that will carry us as well as the customers into the future. So I think it's well spent money.
So what's the word from Gothenburg? Are they happy with what they've spent their
money
on?
They are extremely happy. We are all celebrating.
Okay. And now from, just to show the breadth of our webcast, it's from Nikolai in Poland, who says, where will the new FH be produced? John, do you want to take a...
Well, the new FH, it's probably important to note, the new FH will be produced in parallel with the current FH model. And as I say, production will start in Tuve in Sweden and also in Ghent in the early part of next year.
And will we be assured of getting good supply of right-hand drive models, which is often a problem when any new truck is launched?
Yes, we'll be, the regular production models, the 6x2 tractors, 6x4 models, 4x2 and 6x2 rigids will be on stream straight away.
So we'll have good supply.
We'll have good supply.
Excellent. Now I've got one from Twitter, which is from Terry Trucker. And I think this one will probably be taken by Ian. Do you think the launch of the new FH flagship will give you a tactical advantage over your competitors in the UK?
I think we were in the fortunate position, Brian, whereby the current FH model is a well-recognised and a well-respected vehicle. Yeah, so we weren't in a position whereby we had a model that was not performing well for the transport industry. I think what we saw last night and what we've seen this morning, is a step change. Yeah, a step change in terms of incorporating all the things that we were fed back over the last decade. Yeah, in terms of things that we could improve. And I think, as we've communicated today, I think there's a number of those things have been fully addressed, as well as some innovative technology.
Very good. I've got one from Ian on email who says, can we be absolutely clear from this? Will I be able to buy a new FH with a Euro 5 engine? So John, maybe you'd like to answer that one. And what sort of difference in fuel consumption will I see between new FH with Euro 5 and Euro 6?
Yeah, I mean, as we run up to the Euro 6 changeover, during 2013 we will have both new FH and old FH available at Euro 5 from 420 to 750 horsepower. That's clear. We will also have, from production start, we will also have a 460 Euro 6 new FH model. So we're able to cover both, and then later in the year, as we said, we will have the iTorque transmission available on more Euro 6 engines as they roll out. In terms of fuel consumption, with the same driveline we have today, we've got very good fuel consumption on the current driveline. That will be carried forward onto the new model in terms of the new cab shares similar aerodynamic efficiencies in the way that it's been profiled to give that extra space. We also have then the clever systems like IC, and IC can offer you a fuel saving of up to 5%. And then when we go to Euro 6, we'll have this iTorque system, which again is looking at a 4% further improvement.
Very good. Sarah in London says, will you have new FH at Truckfest? Oh, this is a very straightforward question.
Brian, of course. We will take every opportunity to showcase this new truck range.
So at all professional truck driver shows, we can expect to see new FH?
Yes, indeed.
Colin in Newport asks, has the new FH Globetrotter cab got a completely flat floor like other top-of-the-range tractors? John, that's a product question. So.
No, the cab has been raised. Obviously, it's been raised because we've got to facilitate the cooling for Euro 6. But it's also been raised because we want extra space in the cab. So on the engine tunnel, on the Globetrotter, you've got 1.96 metres, and in the XL, it's 2.1 metres. So it's not about the flat floor, it's about the space that you're able to stand up in the cab. One of the benefits of not having a flat floor, of course, is if you drop something or you got dirt in the driver's area, when you go to bed at night, you don't drag it into the rest of the truck. So it's one small step for mankind, one giant step for cab cleanliness.
Thank you, John. Colin in Dunstable, another Colin, says, will all the chassis versions of FH be carried over into the new FH, especially tractors? And I'm thinking tag axle, so maybe he's doing container work with tag axle tractor.
Yeah, the whole range of models that we have today. Again, we've got lots of exciting news on chassis. I mean, I find chassis particularly riveting. Again, in terms of fuel tanks, AdBlue tanks, we've also and the space that we've got to find space for the Euro 6 bigger silencer. So we've done a lot of work on the chassis to maintain wheelbases, and then we've also, we've got two outside parameters, Euro 6 and whole vehicle type approval, that will affect the chassis. But the main models will be there. They'll be different because they'll be repackaged to suit the needs of this new legislation, but they will be there. Okay, and they'll couple.
Okay, John, after decaffeinated and riveted, I think you're on a third strike warning there. So. And Zoe in Walsall says, can I get a gold uptime aftercare package on my existing FH? If not, why not? So I think, Ian, you need to answer that one.
Very good question there. in terms of the uptime guarantee, we're offering that on the new truck and not on the current model, because obviously the future is moving into the new vehicle. So the answer is not on the existing model, but on the new FH model, we will offer the uptime guarantee with gold contracts.
Well, I'm sure we'll have a few more questions about gold uptime aftercare in just a short while. I've got a question in here from Brendan in Ireland, who wants to know, he says, I'm a small operator. When am I likely to get my hands on a demonstrator to drive the new FH? Will my dealer have a demonstrator?
We're bringing in, Brian, a number of demonstrators over the coming weeks. The first opportunity to drive them is we will be taking a party of customers from UK and Ireland out to Gothenburg in November. We will have trucks in the UK again at the tail end of spring, because again we want to bring in production vehicles for demonstration purposes. So driving them in the UK and Ireland will be the end of spring. We have got two options. We've got an option in November where we'll take a large party out to Gothenburg to drive them at our test facilities, and we've got a second option in February to do likewise. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, I've got one from David in Andover, obviously a keen reader of the trade press, because he says, when will truck journalists be able to test drive the new truck so I can read about it from truck journalists? Goran, what's the word on that? When will we have press demonstrators?
Yeah, we have I think, Ian, I should pause that for the correct dates, but we have planned that already. Yes.
Again, in conjunction with the test, the November for customers, we've got a press testing facility that we will take advantage of in October. So October this year, the press will be invited to Spain, is it? Spain, John?
Spain, yeah.
Spain, yeah. Invited to Spain for a week's driving and topping up of tan, Brian.
Well, it's a dirty job, Ian, but somebody's got to do it. So, another one, perhaps for John. Why have you glued the windscreen into the cab? That's obviously changed now. That was previously held in with a rubber surround. It's now direct bonded. What's the advantage of that?
Well, I think bonding is a lot better word than glue, because glue tends to suggest the word Pritt stick, etc. No, but bonding, again, in vehicle design is very much about the joint. You get a very good structural joint, so the windscreen is part of the overall structure of the cab, so it's been bonded in. The other thing that it gives you aerodynamically, it gives you a much cleaner line when the two surfaces join. Again, with the bonded cab, in the event, should the vehicle have the misfortune to roll over, we've also got the sky roof, so we can escape through the sky hatch, which is 700 by 500 mil, so even Ian can get out.
Thanks, John.
Speaking of Ian, I think this is another one. This is Zoe from Walsall. Wanted to find out a bit more about the Gold Uptime Aftercare package again. Can you give us a bit more information? If my truck breaks down, what actually does the package involve, and what do I get from it?
Yeah, with a gold contract on the new model, what we will offer, Brian, is that whereby a vehicle comes into our workshop, say for servicing, scheduled servicing, or for a scheduled repair, and we're unable to repair it within the pre-agreed time, yeah? The key thing for the operator is for him or her to be able to have a vehicle to do their job and earn their livelihood, yeah? So we will provide a replacement vehicle if we fail to make that service or that scheduled piece of work on time. Likewise, if a vehicle breaks down at the side of the road, and again, from actually our service van going out, ascertaining that it would take X number of hours to repair it, if we fall short of that and miss that, then again, we will prefer to provide a vehicle so that the operator can continue his or her operations. So the uptime guarantee is about keeping the vehicle or keeping the operator operating.
How about factory warranties? Are there any changes to new FH?
The factory warranty, which is currently 2 years on the current FH, will just continue, and we'll have a 2-year full warranty on the new product, Brian.
All right. Now, Roger on email has said, can I order the new engine now? So I'm assuming he's meaning the new Euro 6 now, so he may want to get ahead with getting a cleaner, greener engine. Can you get a new Euro 6 now?
Yes, the single option on the 13 litre at 460, as we talked about, will be available for ordering us from Monday.
And do you think that the fact that you're offering a broad range of 5 and 6 Euro engines will allow people to perhaps not so much hedge their bets, but take a bit more time to decide on whether they do want to move to the new, cleaner technology?
I think we've got an interesting period of time ahead of us. Yeah, we have got the legislation time frame of 1st of January 2014 when Euro 6 comes in. But again, I think the feeling that I certainly pick up from the transport world is that people want to continue with Euro 5. They want to take the benefits of the known entity of Euro 5 today. Euro 6 will come at a cost. whereby there's limited return. But given what we've just announced in terms of Euro 6 with iTorque and the technology, giving us a 10% fuel benefit over today's Euro 5, that throws it into a different equation in terms of a holding cost or a whole life cost for an operator. So we've got some interesting conversations in terms of, do you stick with Euro 5 or do you wait and go to Euro 6?
Thank you, Ian. Well, I can see from the frantic signals of our floor manager that sadly that's all the time we have for our Q&A. However, as I say, we will be answering any outstanding questions via email. And if you've missed any of this webcast, don't worry, because it will be posted up on the website later, so you can watch it again at your leisure. And I know Goran has a few more things to say just before we wrap everything up. So, Goran, it's back over to you.
Oh, thank you, Brian. I hope you have found this Volvo Truck webcast interesting and helpful. Can I say thank you to my colleagues, Ian and John Comer, for your contribution, and thank you, Brian, for hosting us as well as keeping us on time. We have tried to give you a real idea on the introduction to the new exciting launch of the new FH. We are convinced that this is the truck of the future. This will deliver bottom line benefits for our customers and better driving and living experience for our drivers. The focus from the start was to deliver a new FH that can build on the historic success of the FH that the FH had since it was first introduced back in the 90s. The reactions and responses we have had from those who have tried and tested the new truck has been extremely positive. Your questions and comments have been coming through on Twitter and are equally encouraging. And looking ahead, I think customers, dealers and the team at Volvo Trucks, the future for the new FH is very bright. We have almost 4,000 of you watching us today, and it's great to hear from you, and we want to continue to hear from you. Please visit our Facebook and Twitter pages for the latest truck news, and also visit our webpage for more information on the new FH. Thank you again for joining us, and best wishes for the best business success in the coming month. Over to you, Brian.
Thank you, Goran. Well, sadly, that's all from us here in the studio and the new FH webcast. We've really enjoyed having you with us this afternoon, and we look forward to seeing you again on our next Volvo Trucks UK webcast, and there will be more. So from Goran, from Ian, John and myself as your moderator, it's thanks for joining us and goodbye. And we'll leave you with another look at that new FH TV commercial. Goodbye now.
Introducing the new Volvo FH.
Gotta move out. Gonna break free. Gonna push the limit. Wanna find out what you mean to me. Wild world, take me for a ride. Come on, wild world, take me for a ride.
The new Volvo FH. Take it for a ride.